So hello y'all. I look like some hick from from South Jersey, and I am in fact a hick from South Jersey. Um, what I wanted to do tonight was show you a little bit of the behind the scenes at here with the bad Ben bullshit. Um, so what I'm going to do here. Um, I, um, So we're getting some people. Hi, Becky. So let me log in also here on my phone, and I'll be able to take you on a little tour here. Oh shit. Oh no, I can still do it. Let me see if though I want the camera to face the other way. Hi, Mark. Okay, here I can do it here. Okay. So I've got that. You like the hat, huh? I look like a hick. I put on headphones. Nigel. Mobile. Hang on, let me remove that. Oh, this is a pain. I'm trying to get this working because I'm going to take you on a little tour. All right, that's working. That should be working. All right. Okay, so this is me mobile. Oh, there's a hell of a delay. Hang on. I'm still working on it. All right, there's that. How do I make that go full screen? I guess I can. Let me see what happens. No, I'm afraid if I can. All right, there I am back. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to leave. You're going to, the echo will clear up in a minute. Let me see what happens if I do that. That should do it. That should clear up the echo. Okay, there we are. Now, I'm in the studio and I want to take you on a tour of the studio. So let me real quick get me back to this. All right, here I am in the studio. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me, right? Through that microphone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the microphone on the phone. Hang on. You can hear me, right? All right, now you should have sound. But let me know if you can hear me now. Before I take this trip, I want to make sure you can hear me. I know there's an echo. Sorry, Carrie. Can you guys hear me now? Somebody say, I can hear you now. I need to make sure you're hearing me on the right mic. So I need somebody to say the words, I can hear you now. Okay, thank you, Carrie. So this is me at my desk. You see, that's me here. And I want to do this behind the scenes while it was still light out. So let me try to switch this to the solo layout. What happens if I do it? The camera doesn't flip, does it? Let me see something here. Okay, that works. So this is where I was just sitting right there in that chair, and this is the studio. And over there is the shelf with some t-shirts left on it. That's the Frankencon skeleton. That's the big version of our little alien. Now this down here is actually the corner where we shot the scene with the genie. We had this all cleared out in here. Now it's kind of junky down here right now, but this over here is where I was making the Blu-ray copies, and you can see I'm down low in the pile. There were 25 on each of those spindles, and this is where Scott was printing them out. But let me take you outside before it gets too dark, all right? That there's Puddles the Clown's clothes and the mask. And there is the window. This was the alien ship here when we were on it. And all those, by the way, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27, they're Blu-rays, which are about to ship out. There's a stormtrooper. But let me take you, while it's still light out, that's the guitar that was in Undead. Here is some of you guys have sent stuff from the Amazon list, and it started to come in for the vampire, the Dracula situation. That's going to be Dracula's hat there. Now out here is the garage. This is to drop you off van. By the way, I hang a tennis ball on a string so that I know when I backed up far enough. So this is the house. As you know, it needs a power washing. I just mowed the lawn today. But that's the house. It's smoke from my cigar, by the way. This is where, hang on, I got to fix something here. All right. I had to turn off the Wi-Fi because I was getting far away from the house. So what I was saying is right over here is a space I cleared about 2 years ago. And that is, I just want to give you an idea how so much of the film is shot right here. This is where Bigfoot came out of the woods. And this is also where in Alien Agenda, the drop you off car was parked. And I pulled the cover off of it and I pulled out of here. And I really do have cameras out here. And that, of course, is the house. Again, I wanted to do this while it was still light out. And this is our road here. Now I'm going to take you around back and show you where a couple scenes were shot for the film. Oh shit. Hang on, I'll get you back. So around here, this is the film where in Undead, I start to run behind the house and the zombie was behind here. And I haven't mowed the lawn back here, so forgive me. But this is the side of the house that I walked up in. And after in Benign, I walked up here with the mask on. And that's going to be important in a minute. That's the back deck overlooking the backyard. Now, what I want to show you, if you remember in Undead, where I was outside at the Witches' Council, well, this back here is the Witches' Council, where the seats were, where the 5 witches were supposed to sit. And that's the back deck in the back of the house. That is the Witches' Council. And back here where I got some junk sitting, I'm going to show you here. This right here, I sat 2 lights on a tree stand and pointed them this way. And this is, if you look closely and you were to compare it to the footage from Alien Agenda, this is where Scott and I were sitting. I was sitting in the chair, and this is where Ben shit on me. But you can see that was made to look like we were out somewhere in the woods when we were really right here behind the house. And over here, not too far away, is when I shot the final scene where the alien baby was brought to the alien. That was shot right here. And again, it's just a few feet from the fence. But that's where, and by the way, I was all those aliens, except for in the scene where I was in. Later, when those still shots played, they were all me. I just stood in different positions and photoshopped them together. But that was done right here. And right here, again, just so you get perspective, I hope you find this interesting. Just to give you some perspective, this is where we shot the scene where I got shit on by Ben. This is where the alien birth happened, right there. And that is where the final alien shots were taken. Now, then you saw the scene where Scott and I sat on the log at the end, and we talked about what we were going to do with the money. Well, this is that log. So again, so you know, that's where we sat on the log. That's where we shot the final alien scene. This is where we shot the alien birth. And right there is where Ben shit on me. Now, if we go back here a little further, you're going to see, oh, this is where the guy who was looking in the binoculars when his head got knocked off. He was looking up at the full moon. That was Scott, by the way. And over here is Puddle's Well. And that is made from broken up concrete when they replaced my front walk. And just to give you an idea, that deep well I dropped the bucket down is only that deep. And that's where Puddles came out from. And over here is where Bad Ben's grave was from the first film. I'm getting bit like crazy out here, so. But that's where Bad Ben's grave was. That's where Puddles the Clown well was. Right over here is where Scott was looking in the binoculars when he got his head knocked off. This is also when the zombies were marching at the end of Undead. They were coming through here. There was just a high camera. And this is where Bad Ben shit on me. This is where the alien birth occurred. This is where the final alien shots happened. And over here is the back of the shed where an undead we ran into. Got these strawberry flies attacking me, so I'm going in a second. But this is that shed. Needs a little cleaning up right now. And again, that's the back deck of the house. So that's my neighbors. Actually, next door there is the house where, in the haunted highway, the clown got run over in the car. But again, this is where the final alien shots were taken. That's where Bad Ben shit on me. That's where the alien birth happened. That's where Scott got his head knocked off early in the film. Back there, right back there is Puddles the Clown well. Right back there is Bad Ben's grave. And right over here is the witches, where the witches sat. And right over here is where Scott and I sat reading those texts, those mean tweets. And that's the back deck. Now, that's going to be relevant in a second, because I'm going to take you up on the back deck and show you the view. That also, right across the street there, is where we shot the scene of the old person on the crutches that the van drove by. Now we're back in the garage. And this, by the way, when the cars were out of here, this is the scene where the More Mitches was filmed. Now we're back inside. This is some of the costume. That's the aliens, the JJ. This is one of the alien masks. There were a bunch of the zombie masks. Hang on, I'm switching off my shoes so I don't have the dirty ones on. Sable's having a fit because I'm down here talking. That's the studio. Now let me take you upstairs. Now this is, I'll show you this on the way down. Here's the stairs. And there's Sable. And there's Archer. They just both went running downstairs. Let me see if they want to go out. You want to go out? Come on. Come on, Archer. Go ahead. Now, while they're down here for a minute, let me show you the upstairs. I think you've heard me talk about how our rescue dogs and cat don't get along. So that's why the difference between the first movie and the second one, this is the living room, which this might be the scene you're used to. But we put in a door there. We put in a door here. And we put in a door there, which splits the front and the back of the house. So Sophie, our rescue cat, has that half of the house over there, and Archer and Sable have this half of the house. But this is what I want to show you. And it might be a little tough because of the screen. But I showed you all those locations, and to give you an idea how close they are together, that is the witches' council. That is where Bad Ben shit on me. That is where the alien birth occurred. That is where all the photos were taken of the alien at the end. That is where the shed is. And back there is the well. And back there is Bad Ben's grave. And this is, it's dark out here now. I mean, this is where Holly and I sit a lot of summer nights watching TV. And I actually bring a recliner out here. And there's a desk over there I work at when it's not too hot. And there's the basement door open. This is where I got thrown into the wall when I was battling Pazuzu. Here's the stairs. Now, in the first Bad Ben movie, I gave the impression here that there was nothing over here. We never turned this way. We always gave the impression here. And here's the door, which, by the way, I replaced this door once. But then for a publicity photo, we had hatcheted it again. And this is where I was drug across the floor to the wood stove down there. But this room was clear. Right now, this is where I edit, the 3 monitors. That computer needs to be replaced. This is another computer. This is just the junky man cave. But in the winter, instead of sitting on the back deck, we come down here at night with the wood stove running and watch TV. And I also gave you the impression that this was a wall. It's actually just a piece of plastic. And you come back out into the studio. All right, you two, come on. So, Archer, they never get to see you. He's so soft. Let me see if I have something over here to drink. There's my best friend, and he got married. So now I'll go back to my desk and I will turn off the phone and turn this back on. Hang on. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hope you can hear me. You're welcome for the tour. Dominic, I saw your question out there. You brought this up several times about this being like the bad Ben experience. If I ever move out of this house but maintain ownership of it for any reason, that might be a possibility. But I don't give tours inside the house now. People that stop by on a regular basis outside, if I'm home, I'll go out and say hello to them. But I don't bring people in the house. It's too upsetting to the household, especially the dogs. So, and I don't do karaoke. And about having one of those nights where I come down, do people in this area, I keep it very low key that I even do these films in the area. Most people don't know. So they wouldn't know who I am even. He did shit on me, that bastard. So anyway, that was a tour of the behind the scenes that you got to see. Look, I was sweating out there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I'm looking at my email. She's doing all right, I guess. I'm so ready for fall also. But you know what? When fall gets here, fall and spring are nice. But the bad thing about fall is, winter's coming. And the bad thing about spring is, the summer heat's coming. So, but we've had a couple days like in the 90s here, upper 80s, very humid. But we're doing okay. I smoke cigars that come in a pack of 20. They're called Quorum. So as you can see, like especially when I showed you on the back deck, the actual physical size of the property, it's above average, but you can see where so many of the scenes we shot that looked like they were in different places were actually all shot here. One of these days, I'll take you live into Caramella's Cafe, which was where we shot the scene in Undead, where we were looking at the tarot cards. That's when it was under renovation, when it was being remodeled. I'll take you in there one day on a live. So you can see it done. It looks really nice, but it's tough. I don't want to take you in there. I would want to take you in there like mid-afternoon, because at night it is packed. People would look at me like I had balls growing off my forehead if I started live streaming and talking in the middle of the restaurant. That would be douchey to do anyway. Yeah, Mitchell, that's not too creepy. You've Google mapped the area. I've actually had somebody show me, send me a photo of the house from Google Maps, Google Earth, and said this house really does exist. And I guess they just think that we were rolling in so much dough, we built a set. Behind me, not too far, there's a stream that I really, because it becomes marshes out there, it's all mud, so you can't really get back there. Hunters get back there, but I don't go back there. But if I did ever build a dock that got me back there, it would allow me, I could have a canoe out there in the stream and actually go out to the creek. And saying Genesis, what are you mean? What do you mean? Your comments are coming through, but there's people in this stream is reaching 3 different locations. I go out to YouTube, which is what you're on, and I also go out to 2 Facebook pages. One is Bad Ben Movie, and the other one is Nigel Bach on Facebook. So the people that are on YouTube commenting, you can see each other. The people that are on Facebook in Bad Ben Movie can see each other. And the people that are in Nigel Bach can see each other. But you can't, the people on Facebook can't see the people on YouTube, and vice versa. There's another software package I may be trying soon to replace this. I like StreamYard, but I might switch, because there's another one that will allow all your comments to be on the screen. So, yeah, I didn't actually, hang on. Hey, Google, showtime. I have my lights automated so that they'll come on. So now you can see me in living color and all my glory. Colin, trying again, what? What were you saying before it was happening? Facebook might be acting up. Who knows? I don't know why that is. It might be a setting I have. But I see your comment here. Cyan Genesis. So tomorrow morning, I got to go shopping for Cousin Doherty. I was going to do a live while driving, but when we went to Tennessee, I took out the wide angle lens that I use on the tablet in there, and I can't find it. I looked around for it today. I don't know what the hell I did with it. I have not gotten any permits to film. Yeah, well, if I find that lens, and I will find it, it's somewhere's in the garage or it's somewhere's around down here. We just, Cousin Doherty's mean as a snake. When is the next con? The only one I've ever been invited to was FrankenCon. So I don't have any lined up. There's even some in Atlantic City, but like I said, most of these places don't know I exist and that I exist right here in New Jersey. By the way, you guys have been, a shit ton of people have been watching Alien Agenda on the Roku channel and on the Fire channel, Fire TV. And just so you know, I've said this the past few broadcasts, and I'll say it again. On next month, about mid-August, I'm going to be able to, hi, Tracy. I'm going to be able to, you're going to be able to start watching, those of you that want to, apparently there's more than I thought, will be able to start watching on a web browser again. And also, you'll be able to watch from your computer if you want to. And I'll be able to add people manually. So all of you that bought annual subscriptions before I switched providers for the Roku channel and Fire channel, I'll be able to add you back. So you'll get back your year. Cousin Doherty asked me if I would take her to her class reunion. Believe it or not, she's 87 years old and they still have class reunions. Every year now they get together because they're dropping like flies. And she's 87, so it means her classmates are 87. So I told her yes. The problem with digital downloads is that people then take and upload them to YouTube or to other places and like all these file sharing sites, and it's a pain in the ass. Colin, I can see your comments. People download a digital download and then they'll sit there and they'll go to, like I said, YouTube or torrent sites, and they just they abuse it for everyone. I mean, it's not like I'm asking $50 to watch the movie. It's $4 to subscribe for a month and watch all 12 movies. I'll give you an example of how I would do a digital download. If, like, my friends in the United Kingdom wanted to make Blu-rays, I could take and so that I could not have to charge people an arm and a leg to ship Blu-rays from here to there. Yeah, Mitchell, you say that's cheap. It is cheap, but still, and I've said this multiple times, some people will just buy the pay-per-view, which a pay-per-view is like $6 or something on there. And you can watch it for 3 days. And then, UK Paranormal will be coming back. So you can buy a pay-per-view for $6 and watch it for 3 days. And then if you want to watch it again, you have to buy it again. Whereas you can subscribe to the entire channel for $3.99 and watch all 12 films. And all of Access Paranormal. You can watch everything I have on the channel. By the way, also when this is available on the web, and in this fall, we plan on going to an iOS app, which means you'll be able to watch it on your iPad or your iPhone, and also Google TV. You'll be able to watch. So we're adding them everywhere. And Google TV, I don't think that requires a device. But I'll tell you what, if you might have a streaming TV, but the Roku streaming devices are just awesome. So are the Fire TV. I find Fire TV a little more difficult to navigate, but still they're there. I have Roku, and even the Roku channel on Roku, which I think you can get the Roku channel on non-Roku devices, but they have a lot of programming. And it's also, those of you that are old enough to remember the TV Guide, where you used to sit there and flip through and look for your shows and read a description of what was happening. That thing no longer exists, really. There's the TV Guide channel, if that still exists. But with Roku, if you're before you buy any movie, like if you're like me and you have multiple streaming channels, go to Roku and search for it, the Roku search bar, and type in, for instance, Paranormal Activity. And it might show you that it's for rent on Voodoo Fandango for couple bucks. It's for rent on Amazon for a couple bucks. You can get it here. But then it's going to show you it's free with ads on, say, Crackle or Tubi. And it might, like I have gone on to, like if I was to search for Scream 6 right now, it would show that it's available for purchase on Voodoo Fandango, but it would show you that it's free on Paramount, which I got Paramount, and there was a series on there. I like all the Star Trek shows, but Tulsa King or King of Tulsa, Sylvester Stallone, it was like he's a mob guy in Tulsa. It was really good. I can't watch Yellowstone though because there's too many animal deaths. So anyway, folks, I'm going to hop off here now. Going to get to bed because I got to get up early tomorrow, shop for Doherty, pack up the rest of these Blu-rays, and ship them off. So I did too, Tracy. I'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.